Abusuafo ya na mo ase yemfa today's agenda nto aso 107.1 Oman FM Net 2 TV and afi Nap Radio ewo asenfo su Kencity abusua no eno no ene ye social media platforms ni nyina ye mamo akwaba midin ede ya amofa boachi mzayin kuma akwaba
mejo so therefore boko de
me ho ye na wo so aye
nyankopon adom me ho ye
okay e da sia no
say you keep on I mean debia as a wo sesa
wa so sa
so say bosman kutru
ya wani ja akwaba
ya menua
boko de
nyame so na okron
okay
ti se de bia ye ka no ana onyam kese ado ni ka bia
enka ni di
enka twede ya
okay
na unim se onyame de ya se okwatina or life enye ye because he's the alpha and omega the beginning and the end and this idea china on my yete enkwam na ye wa hodene na yetumi kasa na wose dia ye ne nkanfo kese pa emano fi se dia wa ye
eso dia na obepese be your initial comment because say niam bi ha ya na koyem rasem na so ye lawyer ni what's your take e won run ya e see e wo parliament house o follow kakra
saddened
adey
oh yeah me will believe be me mu say in law no you always have to pursue it to the end.
Okay.
I don't believe nyene manyina na wo say ye boycott to say masori free ho
o minority for no free ho no
yeah masori free ho enu nti munye dia mo beye. Sometimes your presence in the room can cast some fear bi kakra. Even though you ni say omo numbers change yet ase basenka me yo omo bia and can make tremu me boost up very good questions me probe pa questions are you very leading questions are me put you or tight rope me do be share corner because then I hear you know sometimes also who say it's being telecasted the old TV so if we are safe share until I will expose you I will ask you very intelligent questions ma wa no be who say questions say busa answers now dey man no kra no if you ask people who say no this is not the right answer but say okay say because of this reason that reason
ya boycott
my boycott so I want more the chance to do whatever they want to do and that is for me that is not democracy. That's not democracy.
Obi be ka so more numbers no to wonti ho ombe do ombe no so ai
enti metra ho okay. Oh me I don't ya nya bibia na wo say so freedom o you join free stadium o nya bibia na wo say join free stadium enti na bible say dinokrakusi owuom
e wanya nkwa abotri
dinokrakusi the word is kusi and this characteristics na eba party no yeah I don't really like it. I don't think say this was the vision of Victor Usunumo. One ye koto abawo extreme
by election
by election you see
Murtala Mohammed
ya jam is say ye be call na yakohu your smoothness level who say oh okay yanko kwa na yanko campaign yemfa Kenya party no mu ye lusu a na ye lusu nti yemfa nko Kenya party ni mu no yanko na ya use the same B word yes ya boycott yes ya jai na omonya agye no mboso mu ye but it drew ye so atiwa ne atiwa comedian yeah comedian
akwatia
they fought vehemently to the end and they took victory from us. Enti nipa o wi ase a enye bibia na okopem animu na ye bow hanya kakra na wasan. That is not the characteristics of Honorable Ken. Enti de be ase be man sinsu man san wa ham. Ye dinaba committee anim obe a nominee of CJ. Chief Justice is a great position. Na obi wo ho na sebe through petition etc. Your far concord line so in the ye ni free ho. And when you walk in where you nominate you now walking there, you are going in with a whole suitcase of questions to ask. Meanwhile, time my to Justice Tukono no. Sa papa or play critical role in the process.
Yeah.
Until you have a lot of questions to parade.
Yeah, of course, minority leader and so a lawyer.
To parade. Until the maker say, oh, maybe a party not drew no. And maybe why ya a here could drew for. Na ya na woka mo se ma wonka. Hwe ye to aba wieye. So the genesis of this whole thing, ye to aba wieye no. Ye mubo aba no. It's the duty of EC the constitutional mandate. Say meba bejina ho maka say we na win we na alusu. Nominal numbers ni nie. The absolute numbers ni nie. Percentage enunie. Declaration enunie. We are a gazette. In the process, then you say you claim say who statistics that who data you boycotted the process. Now listen to this carefully. You boycotted the process. At that time, that process did no correct na process na ye because you're too abana, you're too tied abana too prone. The presidential and the parliamentary. You're two now at the same place. Satame o chotu muno. Let me use the word advisedly. O boycott abano. And that time, as soon as Awuka said, you handed over baton to the winner, which is John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. At that point in time, John Dramani Mahama assumed the position of Chief Justice, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and all the forces, fire service, police, Obia, immigration, Obia, they will obey him. And he fire so. Yeah, we struggle. Yankopon kwa be trade and ponkwa ne boa yan ya these numbers in parliament. Komu fire so. Ena so we nyina ba ya enehwe omo wo ha yenso ye wo ha, and therefore they can take decisions via omo.
Candidate or presidential candidate na announce so say election no malusu John Mahama na win. Aden e pese tie ni mi no Emma, you can't say no kind of affect it.
I'm telling you, you can't say John Dramani Mahama winners into parliamentary about New What do you think will happen? A dear empowerment and or the man and this a cheetah for the jubilation about mumu and Niji about 2 million and said now our government is in power.
Our
oh, yeah, didn't good you on theatre, a huamba, on bedi patapasem because omo chief friends, a commander-in-chief, eta or mochi. Yeah, I say, when you are analyzing that, sometimes you go to the root cause. Who free root to the moon? And son about the shoot, I share the tap of fruits at the end of a bear. Near AC no ya omu boko tu nyina no. Fruits of the father say ye jabanu tumu and tem. Nyina some of the fruits. Ne nya hu hwe. By election near tria fire so some of the fruits. Nothing region hu ache yentimi nko some of the fruit. Niamubo yi most of us say tiwa. Akotia yakwa no matwa fa to some of the fruits. Ati ase some of the fruit na ya mo Russian no mo de court no mo yesi no mo hwehura some of the fruit. Some of the fruit e bi ni say ye ba ye easy e fe say ag attorney general or say oh no policy kwaya but you were so matwam aso mitimi ni say oh until when you are analyzing issue go to the root cause, you understand the behavior.
Intimate we are that statement then candidates or general MPP kwaye no.
Very detrimental statement. Very detrimental statement. Sure, let me tell you, I'm going to give you a case in point, a case study. May he so rest in peace, Kwamra Kwachi. That day now wo ho, na me wo ho, na Kwamra Kwachi wo ho, na Albert wo ho. Na Adade wo ho, and others near what dying. And 2020 elections.
quality figures.
Yes, not John Domani Mahama, no shatare red. And a bubron kosia. Yes, a bubron kosia tire nation. No okuta envelope brown. A press conference can say abano. Wawene. Edagana for us. Emma Parliament crowd umukuta 147. So be kaya vote seats. Near Hanesi, near Husu, near ready bay. This man stood firm. Kosi say isi ba bontene. Ebe ye declaration say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo wa win. Na even Parliament crowd 137 and with independent, and lo and behold along came the spider. Honorable Ken step in and then flip it to 138, 137 majority MPP. Bold person, bold man, good decision, swift decision. Very strategic approach. Now, Ebiasipe, don't know money Mahama. I'm not saying Serbia was a good or bad president, but he stood for his people to the end.
Even 2016, Koko need the whole band. Quick, comfortable lead.
Stood for the people to the end. And now, Amadesa, ya always, ya, Mr. Kurani, ya be why you, ya be why Kurani anymore. MPP party, a party, a de kukodru for NTO. Victor, my cousin, me possessed by his spirit. No. Was a fighter. Tama party nukra pai in 1979. No, he stood up until say UNC for the Maba Echo Bo LPS Emma Liman Ebaye. Very bold person. And this party na ye kanu yedi David Dankwa bold was in prison, but courage and boldness. We don't believe in say no.
How do you explain courage and boldness? No?
They are all synonyms, semantics to describe a person. Sebe enye ni so share per se, but obia or what it so otimi gina ho painting. Emma nin Crawford, you're very nationalistic. That is when we talk about a country. Obia, well, you're very party oriented. Say me do party no. Enti empo maluso minusu yo for the sake of the parliamentarians say ka me wini ya me no bebo bra. Your party no bra no. Me giremu amba womo a protect womo. It's about protection. It's about being a good leader. It's about being a good steward. Protecting the people. Enti na be na muti ono boken on the bomachi hono. O akọ or is if I want on the bomachi hono. O say ye beti ye banesi ho. Ye beti party nesi ho. Mo hwe party ma. If you listen to him, tell me your kasa of my courage ebe nipa mu. Wo mani da so ebe nipa mu. O twa ho, then we get few numbers. And the table mu bokoto ade en ra no. Me say why are they boycotting it? Mu tremu. Na justice Bafuboni. What two questions we manu? Now we have two questions we manu. Now we have two questions we manu. Now we'll answer the more many questions. Now many questions no. Na expose no. Enti samuka say ya boycott to. She said, and I'm more express it. Na your friends a party I issue statement conflict of interest. And I say, but for me, if you look at Tukonos, Papa you play a very important role. And therefore, he cannot benefit from it. He cannot benefit from it. But yena ye move away.
There was a need also Busano.
Oh yeah. Me see. I also more trust Busano, even the petition who asked him, Busano, even no a young year who asked him, Busano a lot of questions. I will take him all the way back to 2012 presidential petition because he was part of the justices.
I said, "You be
yeah. Me say come busa questions. This. You see, it's about cross-examining him. On one in yama be our can in same be our can. Now the basic. Now two questions here and there. That is what me can who be at the ankamayeno. But me yen work up. It's honorable can your call northern region. No, was it so no dear? Say a 12 bunny we. Let's say easy ma bontene and mekaya. He will never accept it. A man for be found differently. A man for be found na or chere will say say ono odi sinani so say. You see, let us be more open-minded. Me mama promise Volta region. Say, ye to abanu wie mo to mamio, mo anto amamio, baba be see factory amamo. Me count boldness and courage in the bano. And in the statement or car or northern region say, so on one could be jamakosia wie na make catch one. And ne oko sege, and ne oko adidomi. Areas are oko Volta region in totality. Honorable Aje lands, acreages close to 300. 2,200 plus hectares or acres of land. You also what the pharmaceutical companies baho. Wakane trimu po meye banchiafuo no me two banchi ni we are menya industrial starch menya ethanol, and we all know ethanol the between the air mixing with our fuel and bringing out the cost of fuel transportation costs down. Or can't say anywhere no or can't starch. The entire pharmaceutical company about say every drug be a there is starch in it.
Will link with the
the main link here will say on your obia or your quitter.
Okay.
Honorable is not a quitter.
Obia and Kawan win and Quebec can say pro man winning.
But me on your quitter. You know me cast an awful funny statement and say honorable ya patapa. And I said no, honorable is not a quitter. Honorable nyo obi a obobo ne nkwala abrem na referee ka se wapon wa o chibo no share ne moto am say and now say na papa top board ma me ntino like o say che mesa bones what time you the reporter share the moto am wa chibo da share the moto am e dwane honorable ntesa no opinion before say boycott no mo boycott to enroll no na you unnecessary they should have stayed, make sure or pierce holes into his integrity, character and other things. So if you guys are thinking about justice, if you guys are thinking about the independence of the judiciary, let's say mostly a two corner. Let's say the cases in High Court, a was Supreme Court, a was ECOWAS Court, and I will say the court also your motion and to ask the right question to exonerate the woman. Yeah. All that you are supposed to do, you don't run away from stadium. I improve. Anti-boycott is not the answer. La illallah Muhammadu Rasulullah. Muhammadu Rasulullah.
Initial comment. Yes, Sanya na baby a lawyer this year no ya wanna me pese me pick up ewo. Na only him say this is not the first time minority STG walkouts in Ghana's parliament. Say, John Dramani Mahama, today he is the president of our land. John Dramani Mahama, NDC, Amanyokuni, that was July 30th, 2003. Time our National Health Insurance Scheme. Parliament, and pass it into laws. No. And confo we sorry e pia bonten adan ya omontra se ne se baby a wo mu susu se nkese se fa na nya ho na fa nti omo pia bonten na you see ya masa ne ma we na ba be so simple ye ma na ba be se e normal se uhu ni se opponent no e wo numbers no more than wo enti no anytime bia no said the law eken obechi bo asho motum wa you see ss yetimi ema yehunu se party no ankasa otumi se all the time no betima select up pinpoint out say osimesi anobenten wo ko parliament on the ticket of MPP na kujina ya nemu a nka party no menyin ni se oyi nipa ni wi o de be kwa me ato no so aba but se party ni yi nipa ni wi mpo a ye de ne ko Emma, a nipa odi omanimu no etono so aba say go to the parliament and represent us. And so one thing I say Emma Sadia when yetime yi free ho both NDC and MPP ni nyina fa ne say e normal. See you betimi stage workout ne yekọ obi amusa ye hwe obi ani ho beka bibi a kire etini asori ne yekọ saa. You see, we shouldn't forget say the another lawyer can we are talking about Chief Justice. Chief Justice is a big position, and the man is going to be a big man wo man we mo what you say eti say me MP decide say on represent MBM at that moment say obetimi a question sa papa no e ma men so amato aba na nya gidie say at least me MP ebisa questions we probe papa no integrity what you say on our behalf eti chese wa share nyunyam ampa indeed is representing us that to sa nyama ni nyina ego and na normal politics inti oh ma yenko no obi ehun say ye free hoko ma yenye bibi no obi ehun say ya look ya sa nyama no ya tra ho esese etwem John Dramani Mahama at a point no nim sen ko ba be ye mampani what you say no nim so ba be ye mampani anke bi anka sa de no wanye because one of these days it is highly possible say obetimi atukwan akopie baby and any of international media stations no ebebusa no sa asem no what you say yen ye krom ha na niam bi o wa yen fa ni serious ya wada no yen koma na ye di say esese yetimi to aba na fa ye di yi MMDCs no you see baby a edru ni say MMDCs no ediom ho a anka ye parliament ye mra she bibini wa work it out esese yetimi efre no what you say na ye ni share your constituency one ye busa the reason tia or work it out it shouldn't always be like oh me party and supporting it you see ya akwa say MPP no party no as a debia na ye come ho asem enya sanity o but niema bi o a ekoso a it lowers the standards of the party so what you say eti SSS sa niema ni nyina no etutwa chief justice omampani oti akonwa so ena de na asem abeto ho ena nia okwan obi ode ne befa so ode na fa so na wayi na afri ho but the MPP party is crying more than the bereaved Yesu chese yen Yesu ma as if say ma no bibia nko be ya party na ma me no ho na party no e won hihye bia na party no twaka bia na
for ka and say because ekwan o mo fa so no say democracy kwan awura Mahama fa so ne kwan fa so yi ma me no emwa ma democracy ne grow ntina
ya ma me no to mra ana wa to mra ma me ne ye bibi anense so wo ye ana wanye bibi asa se maame ne ye bibi anense so ye ne ye na dia I remember I said this is not the first time ya maame Charlotte say procurement issues bi ne ade fefa no ba ye nyina mfiri so ese se me gina ha ana o se me ye chese me bo 5 am a certain political office bi no any kwanse sa ade no ko your friend say 2028 ye betu o mafia konwa so ema yewura ken no hina Agyapong ni MPP abetena konwa no so no se eba na ma ono e wase yi saade ni free ho
if so ono na oye mranim ni cancer
yes sir
kwan a e fa so yi chief justice judiciary parliament and executive o mo adwuma ye o mo ye constitution no and say emma kwan ma mampani o te adwa so timi bowra judiciary no ko ekoye ni oye wono me ka say da bi nkan se kone sam he na wugina me nche dante nsem na si ya say
oh yeah I think say we need a lot of constitutional review
okay
yeah e was a sanma we nyina no yeah because the executive powers no eso
too much okay
too much and for us to actually enjoy separation of powers even though say you cannot have absolute separation of powers no opomumpo we betwi ha no I think the powers of the executive must be reduced.
Okay.
And to we hear a thorough review of the constitution, near how best in such a way say the executive cannot easily walk into the judiciary. Now yes, and we are talking about separation of powers. We are talking about independence of the judiciary, whereas somebody can go in and cause vibration.
We think that was a minority for questions.
A lot of questions. What you say? Any day can home. In the same way. And we say, but check and balances and yes, so strong. We say, President open over here.
Okay.
Now, we see now we should give us an idea of who is next, what is the next step, and the air can hold. Ghana form must sit up. Yeah, baby, our man drew. I don't know if you are finished with Mr. Nku.
Yeah, conclude, mommy.
We need somebody who is nationalistic. Once I met him, church reform, saying I used to church reform. No, we will start from Kwame Nkrumah. Who was the president? Tamagana D. 25 years.
I think Mr. Nkumbi.
Yeah, Mr. Nkumbi. Near all the various circumstances.
Before Mr. Nkumbi, so description be by presidential material. Until now, may search for a true leader and a quality, sir. As I said, and that person should be strong. As I said, strong leadership skills, ability to inspire and unite the people, and also understanding or man or be this one or constitution or law, experience in governance or public service. These are the attributes. Yet me, it was a way a leader which me a lead the country. You better say common so near say you can obi a hwe ni me mfa say saa ne ma nyina so owa ye beba bebo so na msa conclude ni enko
ya ti say me sheda ni bibia ameka
say de na wo kan say council no we adwen if you say simitie ni ya powers of the executive no too much enti obetum de aye de opebia enti ho behia say ye behwe ni a check ni a balance ni ye eno a bi na ekọ Charlotte say edie no still no powers of the executive eno a bi nso owura mahama be su powers of the executive to aso
so ti sanya na ye ka no SSS party nso so no all the time no anyama bi wo SSS party no etiase said the bia no me sure say ansana minority no ebeko parliament on this very issue no me sure so many party hierarchy enyan down bi ansana mo because anyama we ya na hu hia party nso so papa eti se ekoba ne se de bia no ye behwe party ni position na ye dey take decisions any ade a you see ni nyina ka ho bi na ya mostly ye tai elusu abano because now when we say watu abana ma wawie nti utimi take decision bia politically without consulting o constituents and also so ha adwene so ehunu eti ma yentoto niama in a way a ebema party no ejina ne nan so na ya ye kan nyina no sa niama we menyi ni se de twa to nie menyi ni se what you say ombekọ so aye until say executive powers no you betimi reduce na you betimi reduce how do you reduce it na do down for adote one no say ese me ma omanfo na nkasa echusu nipa wo mantemu that is MMDCs no omankasa betimi echusu omade what you say efa baby not say o reduce executive no the powers ni bi because executive powers no be too much sana not just bibia you see even in our various institutions no kra no baby a wokwa ubon say yen sheda use maybe let's say normal processor ss ekoso ewo organization bia na ade no bo say senator bebre ewo but say ye makwan ewo saade ye adwuma ye timi use executive power na I mean ye betimi after bedroom pempenso bi a yen stage out yen kwa bontene ma yenye we ni etwe obi aso parliament ni yesesa abatwa ye to parliament no ni yesesa ballot papers no ni ye we ene sa nyema ni nyina no eto obetwa what you say ba sa nyema we to obetwa ye hia obi ono ankasa no oye discipline because me free ba na menye discipline a ebi menye nso pure ta ti ano me no wie no ajato baby am jato so but say yenya obi a oye discipline the kind unim say honorable can enye discipline keke but osan so te parliament laws no ase parliamentary proceedings no otiase eti ye ka say ye say ye koye a onfa ne ma mfa kuntu na se o ma ye nema bi asebe enye yi obebi sase na dwon mahama mo ne ade nso o nso so afa obi nti o nso tiase but amofa ewo obia ne ekwan a obetimi afa so unim say John Dramani Mahama as opposition leader at that time ono no ka say NDC say ka to trust am mu ye to trafo che obia opposition leader this is what he said what he said but time and tokwasi wo parliament so okay ya and tokwasi wo parliament a amanfo kuta breed omo de twetwa nkofo aso ne nkofo eye moja enwini no obia hu the attitude of Kennedy Agyapong at that point. He stood up over there, making sure say and man for bo ebeto yem obi abɛte ne ho ase nkakra it is original baby na so kasa papa na yɛtutu asɛm a so wonte ne ama ase because time a ɛduru baby a ɛsɛsɛ nkobia no bo nso nam ase bɔkɔ no asolve issues no kuma so ansa na yewi a yakɔdwe yɛ political parties no ho ansa na yɛfiri hɔ a yabaye ankasa yɛ personal interest ɛno na ɛbɛma ɔman no adi
yie
if you look at the history of leaders of our Ghana, sometimes you wonder why Honorable Ken is who he is. Once Ghana, in your independence, 1957, Kwame Nkrumah, ebe fire. Now, we are describe Kwame Nkrumah. You see, no, a very nationalistic. Obi o nationalistic in so no odwen de ma ho okasa fa o man ye die eni se wo hu ya tema na enye bibia ehu ba Kwame Nkrumah bae no wo hwe wo se no wo se ye build hub wo ha wo se me industrialize Ghana enti me build tema city the community 1, community 2, community 3, we should tema layout, we should harbor, we should industries, light industrial area. Kwame Nkrumah was able to lift tema. Ebasa no ubia kwa ofri Kumasi ofri baby ba o se me kotema kopejuma, o building motorway to link tema. Na odi link Accra. Ni ya Akosomoda, ni ya electricity. No a planning buida at all. It's very nationalistic.
Also, Temane was just calculation. Okay, that calculate
everything. At as here. It's Kwame Nkrumah page or they buy a time Ghana D 25 years. Ghana D 25 years now. Rollins na never 1982. Na Ghana. And we saw it. And Nkrumah Nkrumah how are you losing Nema? How are you losing Nema? And Nema vibrating. But 25 years was a year. No jubilee year. Wasn't here lifting. You want to trade this in between Kwame Nkrumah and Rollins, a lot of coup d'etats to disrupt development of this country. Buziati, Rollins now the following 25 years. You see Ghana at 50. Now Kwame Nkrumah take year no. Hwenema oyeye. Ghana at 50, who was there? President Akufo. Yeah, hwenema President Akufo ye e ma Ghana mai. Afu yende Musa na struggle in between. Na Atamos Saba. Until Atamos by her, there was a decline. Kwame Nkrumah the course runs there by form. Akufo be peja yen. Atamos there by form. Now, akufo-addo also
by 50 years, near celebrity jubilee.
Jubilee.
Yeah.
Another jubilee. Of fire poo or the echo. Atamo John Domani Mahama, now Ghana ebe cost 75 years, another jubilee year. We need a leader be or ye very nationalistic. Communication is about obia or what story, no to be kind of story, no, or what vision, no to be kind of vision, no, exchange any vision, no, and matimamu for whom some papa ye can, a yasemwa sepi, ye tias ye, a yasema sepi, ye betu mi aye. That is vision, that is diet. Who would I know also diet, meso diet, position diet, obia son diet, sabatel, rotiway, or a phone, or the Joseph to interpret the diet. No, I no say, a combe ba. Enti komo ebeba ye beye say ye besi nei de mo ye nyina achi still kayefo eba the 75 years na ye be kon ebesi 2032 we need a leader be very nationalistic ya what ye be 2032 I lifted Ghana fan into my pefra. The peak of the jubilee year is just around the corner. Now we are 8 years. 2028, na ye be swear another president in no na Ghana and I'm saying now we are very close na 1 year we are back hit jubilee 32 years na Ghana 31 na another 32 na Ghana hit another jubilee year yeah you hear obi a ogoni da so hu a odwere ni man ho. Dubai was a desert in the 70s. It took great leadership. And that made dream who say, do we need a president or we need a leader?
We need a leader.
Yeah. And everybody, I said MPP before, and I'm a flag bearer, and I'm a flag bearer. They are you flag bearer. The flag bearer who can never win presidency and be a great leader. The same way, and honorable can share Northern region. The 5 northern region. Honorable can share Volta region for this year Chisa. Papa is thinking about national development. Volta. Who say Obduru is Sebuno, and I'm so very nationalistic. So the other word, patriotism, or you're very patriotic, or donimai, or you're humobro. Or take a bold decision, or be a fool say it is impossible. Tamo kame komabu ebesi akosomo dam no. Ya resistance o nya ye pa. Eye impossible. A person ye affairs a vacuum. You be here akosomo need a build a vacuum because a bed consume electricity pa. And alu was no nyina wa he. Build vacuum you be electricity. Smelter. I'm for say enye na Kwame Nkrumah na say this say dey ben so dey hunu ni enti e discover Kwame Nkrumah say Kwame Nkrumah was ahead of his time.
Na vision no so.
Na vision no so. Honorable Ken's vision is like that. Share Kencity Media ha.
The kind dey dey you be can so ani han no do so.
Yeah.
The can ani han a opeja dey na kese.
Yes, we dey Kencity ha. Na mo hwe mo begin Kencity ha. Na dwini mo no person ye Motown, you be recording waha, you be waha, you be trade movie waha, you be printing press waha, you be into Kencity na kwine. Or dreaming huge. Nanka with all the boko tianko for a manfu good parliament e cabro for kesi. If you look at the north, it has to take a dumping LA economics to say we can transform the north and indeed obey. It has to take a dumping LA economics. To say, Volta regime, me accompany Agyapong. I will bring delegates of Volta. I will move the tourism ministry of tourism to the Volta region. Eti mamunsro. You better develop her in such a way, Oti River will not be only for fishing. By a better yet it be raised. We're intercollegiates. Uko Philadelphia, there's a river we find the Schuylkill River. Obekwana Wharton, not Dresden University. Na other Sala, La Salle University, ni other university, omo nyina ba, na omo te canoe so, na omo co race on the Schuylkill River in downtown Philadelphia, right on the Broad Street and the Market Street, behind the city center. Most students, omo kayakesa for entertainment, the funding intercollegiates activities. Extracurricular activities. Not the whole of the Oti River at Daho. Not the one efficient.
Senior Okai, I said, I kesi na mami musa semi. Nipa ya na swawe Kena.
Yes.
A bar coastal, the biggest.
The biggest.
A bar steel plant, the biggest.
The biggest.
A bar so quiet cardiothoracic center. Was it the work Kwalibuno to say?
Odobono. It take 40 bears. It didn't take 80.
No, double. Yeah. If you are by an to say Kencity, okay. There's no radio station. Jamaica, Africa has here. Or building Kessie and number of rooms. Now we are live band studio. For your top hole. Sign Panayana, a dear no more because I said BBO piano or person double or cancer or be move Ghana with speed, no back cancer, but what checking near my yonwa with consistency, which means a audio or man manual. Let me I said you what kind of stuff for ya no me nipa ben.
Omo demu mako and they come at different times. Kwame Nkrumah pay from nowhere at different times. Sap pepper na honorable.
Even pharmaceutical companies, you grab man for my being never ethanol.
Yeah.
Kakraka pao. Sometimes we say, ah, the idea papa wait me aye. And so
no, na kwa mountain.
And I'm making.
I say if you don't.
Pharmaceutical, Matis was said the biggest in Africa, or said the biggest in West Africa.
It will be one of the biggest. It will be one of the biggest that will be counted. That's all. Now, identical na the cotton industry, cotton or person building, with the two gaps over behind nipa 45,000. Now, US, you can say students, you can say school be college be for nipa students in the 45,000. The size of the university is huge. And people don't understand. Honorable, say a man for etenasia, and kebe say baby a Ghana ye druno. There is no one.
Now we can't some them back. Ne ni o mayono. E tra nipa adwene so.
Yeah, and I'm actually say, na Joseph Nuanu say, Omo ton Joseph, Adenako Egypt. Emma Obaye de say, and ka Omo anye. Say MPP phone nim say, Honorable Ken, Obetra or Manos Obe transform a yanko munina be support to Honorable Ken. Now, interestingly, a bit of them say, and Honorable Ken, there is a fight between Honorable Ken and Baumia. And I want to state it on record. I want to state it on record. Say, there's no fight between Baumia and Honorable Ken. There is no fight between Baumia followers and Honorable Ken followers. And it's a one nanaka say, a fight between us. Now, unifier. The question therefore is, any part of saying the world Ghana outside the MPP executives, ya omunimo. Any part of saying the world Ghana outside the MPP executives are omunimo. Now a tour na year kono so tie tour ni dini the unity tour and honorable Eddie and Kabu and someone all can enti the war no ya man for say between us no it's about ideas it's about a story war. We have a message, we are selling our message. We don't have time to do propaganda. Ghana baby do you hear propaganda. Ghana baby do no you hear say we presidential when you presidential. Ghana baby do no you hear say we there or your raw do na say obi eye no who say me presidential mombra me hotel metrase me yesi amamu me mamu 400 me mamu say na say ne nipa no entimi nka o future ho asem enipa no entimi nka dia beboa umma ene wo dache e ho asem enipa ntimi hwe vote nka cho say I will bring our up tourism memma domestic tourism abumu memma foreigners abaha me penny obia say me too kwan free up na me hia billionaires industrialists me ton voter me ton north region enipa too kwan no mo traveler all the people of the parliament and in ministers they too kwan no mo traveler. All they care about is their stipends. All they care about is to sell themselves. But this honorable Kenna, or cordon no more, then saying, only could be share about potato. Potato, you coast go baby. Most of baby Europa, maybe our potato, yeah, but some of potato, yeah, yeah. And also, do you potato no, na fabrain, na yento. Or see no. My mom half no so be processing organa ha. My mom half no be processing organa ha because I believe you say productivity drives development, productivity drives economy. And to use where the business speed. Honorable, every businessman be or you very good be a was same be omoka. Or say business is speed. Okay. You can say speed there, you say speed is about efficiency. Se wo ya de no ama ehho ate wo ya de no ama eso abamfaso wo ya de no ama oman alifte. Now when honorable Ken is talking or kase I will produce this no actual the market or the market linkage e kwa mefa so we ye de befa ewiem we ye de befa nsuo so we ye de befa ekwan so we ye de befa railway e kwa mefa so ameye nie enipa amehia wo mu nie. This is the cost element, the cost structure. This is my pricing model. This is how I will do my strategy. This is my market linkage. My customers this particular product. No, these are the end users. May target it after. May target it NAFTA. May target it Caribbean market. May target it the whole of the European market. Muntie It is okasa. There's a line out of produce. Ofa was way yedi bekwaha. Ofa was way yedi bekwaha. Ofa was way yedi bekwaha. Until last time in the book in a melanchin and say find the exhibit A. No. Or say the symphony of Ghana is incomplete. The symphony of Ghana is incomplete. So symphony, you say orchestra, man for two way too old to base the say no. Incomplete because director na original all that we you say we haven't gotten the good director. Now the good director about Discord. The good director is Honorable Ken. Now why Honorable Ken? The director, the symphony all the regions the symphony inside this we have all the constituencies. Now director no peer or bar or do voter when you mean your better for voter only the mayama voter no and at what point in time may sad or call Northern region the same thing. Now you be call Eastern region marvelously. You be started tomorrow. And people will hear with their ears and see with their naked eyes the presentation of the Eastern region hall. And until yana man for years and Honorable can say this because a man for to mean containing no, and so they want to handle him. But this time around, nimbre asu, emreno asu. Share delegates ahobrasie mu ne a chopemu, and I de mamu. Ghana for omo making omo choice and decision awie. Ya make kwaku data meti hey.
Conclude mame.
Nentia ya na access edurumre bia na awose achime na mewre aho ne se eya na Honorable Ken kura oye me mobo. Honorable Ken sometimes me di nachi na ye tu kwan na any delegates ne kasa eya na oye me mobo because odo a ode kasa ene ahobrasia ode kasa na wo hwe ni readiness ene se abehye mu se me pese me boa me man nti ba mo reject me na mo ba kwanya na me fa Ghana's enko 75 years ni bedru na Ghana di 75 years a jubilee year no bubehu the type of employment bubehu the type of industrialization bubehu the type of enema meye na ogu na bawo honorable parable of the sowers ogu na ba oka ensempado kyerem but ye kwa na obaba na mo be so discord egum enam ye yie die nti on be hwete akekamu nsem delegates mo man yani na ho ya asamba na awie anopa ye ken ahobrasie mu delegates a chopa mo man yani na ho na emu se ho se ede be na papa na ye ntira sebe obi aba na wabrem na beben e wo no so obi aba na wabrem na beben e wo no so ensema all kanu se Kwame Nkrumah tiasia enka obeka the same thing na so anyone no person oye no se Kwame Nkrumah tiasia enka obeka the same thing na the answer is yes. If Kwame Nkrumah can turn tema amuna ye dia aye yeah edebe na Honorable Ken ontimi nye wo northern region ho efan turn northern region emma ye ni aye wo asia hey the southern party ye nya odo amapa na ye move towards the north to even look for job. You took quite free ha. Echo America, echo Canada, echo the European countries. I didn't know you must have a question. You compare a Juma ye. A Juma tea na baba wo to a free baby a utio. Ya o mami wo ho. Ya wo ka wo kasa wo. Ya wo busu afo twa wo hia wo. Ya wo timi to mankani edo go. Yetimi twima wo edio. Enso nam adwuma yenti no ukotena ene enra na snow atop all the way out of east na awodo adwuma yentira na obi aba Honorable Ken aba ono de oye show and tell our examples or the blueprint of industrialization or the blueprint say agro processing my pen or the blueprint say metimi ka enipa bom so ontimi nka nipa momu a agenkum kan tama parliament sorry ya ebin mu ko ye friend the cardi o ma fa pipa show moto mu a o ma titimo o mu 200 meters e wo hono Honorable Ken was sitting down quietly looking at the situation o sorry ya pe asemo kan and say amidst the storm amidst the turbulence or see peace be still like Christ or see peace be still and ade ni na essay na otuo nyina na odwene ho otu anamo ofan say ade aye 37 now make sure who is the unifier 37 apu cheche esi your parliament MPP who will so cheche NDC for are you ready to grab omofu say now this is our time ya to bana wie speaker here there independent na ti way we or share the interest of the independent say e de be na meya mano obusa no o se ko chairman ti ho oni mo issue o sa o ko fresh chairman ti o be de o se bedeka o se jewoka o baba o sumadwo me o move no quietly sa ni ma we nyina call so emra oni executives ending komo omra oni parliamentary caucus leaders no ending komo otuanamo such is a leader or making swift decisions. Such is a leader. What about delegates anymore? All patch of war. Such is a leader. Ghana for a hunsanima we will more. Yes, the question therefore is, are we going to disobey Ghana for our own personal interest delegates? Or we are going to obey Ghana for the party to come to power?
But I say, the way I so we shall see Eddie free. On one Casacrani fee, if you are Okosi no don't. But interestingly, one who said the Washington, it tells you so the Academia, the man, I will to me a contain if you. So can you now boom and can a maintenance a bear day? Be a way piano or in a cassia. A bus was still planter. Now, ordinary Bua Africa, bam. Pharmaceutical, bam. When will be so more, bam. When will be so more, bam. And young one.
Yeah, and young one because I'm not lawyer air canon. Sir Sanko for no, and yen nipa, Wamodoso. Wamudi dem bako. Yeah, when him say Ghana a member country to United Nations. When him said United Nations, that was 2015. And one more time I said no more who said, baby, we are we need leaders, action-oriented leaders. And the United Nations and Casa Tanase, and or the Sustainable Development Goals, Sustainable Development Goals nature say ye pese yetimi ema leaders no ye mom certain blueprint bi ye pese yetimi ema certain plan bi asa plan no ebema omo acontentem development abantentem any here and that agenda no was from 2015 to that of 2030 eti agenda no and I da ho no and say by 2030 no na yetimi aboa ema yetu ekoma yetu ohiase yetu sebe nkofo munya baabi o mo beda wo mo de da mountain ade ne ke yetimi atu saa ne ma ne nyina ase yaw me no eka se Ghana de me kai se saa time na me say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne kosan ma Ghana but o hwe saa ne ma no na okohwe omo plants a egu ho na okohwe na hunu o de betoto Ghana yampuntu wo be nsi aka ekire obo nse sebe sa United Nations ne plan na o de to wo ma yen no we are not following the plan and no ne ba bia yegina enen it is second the Agyapong catch us say meye we a you see onim ba bia wi ase no e na obehra enye so otisi mu na anu ya so na okeka ne ama akese o way back 2000 and was started say eniema bi o a oboso say esese yetimi yesei bisa ho sa adenti na sa eniema na o shaase kan ho asem fibre santen bepem ne no aban abako aban tena ho omo ye omafo de ye omo betimi de but adan na sa eniema akese na oka ho asem no omu ntimi ntako e kire se ye wo anu bia ne ho nam a esese etimi wuram ya enam a bia Albert betimi aka wura nanum no e bia me try se me de kwahye manum a megumani mu ase oti ase enu nti na Canada Japan hwedi o se na se ehwe ase nyina no emfinfin eye Ghana ha and the real singing fin no himfa ene wo temaha Kwame Nkrumah ehu saade no start so okay mama ye bibi emfansi o ma yen hotel say da so si o a me no ka say akase ebebu aku nipa na afa ye hu say asset records ananya sa eno na ye hwehwe o ba Kennedy Agyapong catch say even sa Meridian Hotel na Kwame Nkrumah sha ase kra no isha esese yetimi si hotel kese a all the continents ewo wiase nyina no ni shape ewom yaw me ti wo say me hu ayi ebia ayi esiwe ne mehwa America so okay African shape ni ene ade but in physical say me hu South African shape say enete no minim.
Do you believe so obey
na adenti no ntimi nye
e dey na ugina so
papa yi no wona hotel na sesi a wo ka say Seal factory and warrior the biggest. Cold store and Wabodia the biggest. Pharmaceutical company and Wabodia the biggest. It didn't tell so to me.
That's it.
It that tells you say obey me aye. What you say? Ya me nipa bia ni asase so dwa nanumu. Nipa bia ni asase so dwa nanum. But ye hunu said ya ye ni nipa ebetena. Iti ya yebeka se we de nanum asema kese na de bibia kese ene ade eye ni Nyankopon de ama no.
Wonim se na ansia na oka se ba bia epo ene nsuo no bomu ne ade no obe pese ye be hotel ho no grofo da to se ade we de ehu dudu
say yesuro yen yesuro but ye woni pa bi nso so matimi ayeye ewo ada I mean nations ada na yen de yen ntimi nye on se na lawyer ka sembi kire se ekwan a ye be fa so a regions na ye wo Ghana ha no eni wo kekewo region bia wo bibia owo region bia wo na ho den ewo baabi Kennedy Agyapong say regions na egugugu ho no ya mane nda ho se de bia na ho den sa ho den na regions no ewo no eno no pese ogina so na oman no ebe ye krabehwe ya memiti we baabi a Ghana nyina baabi a me pese metena pa e voter region it is Kennedy Agyapong eba ayire so 2 years me Kencity one ma ko voter region e ho na me pese me kokotena because sabere nso na adwuma ba ho a me ko wa menya biaye e ho na me pese me ni mabusua ene masifo nyina yetena voter region but then e do be ko voter region say you need a certain leader obetimi apeja ahodin bia region bia ewo wokọ eyi ye friend sen enzema sesi ame no ka say ya first no me wo fanom na so mo pesika edi bia boye twe school fees ni ade a wo fa hu se niam ayire so ataso wo fi a odinani kire nzema de na okwa akoye ho nzema akube okwa akodo ase no de sika abefie amye de adidi oti ase enne ya me no ka say because a leaders entimi ehunu botaya sa kube na ewo ho bebrebe no ni enti Nyankopon de ma yen ene niam aye betimi ayusu kube no ede aye ye hunu sa niam ni nyina ye enti enne kube no kra no awuwu ene nzema kube nyina wuwu tubo se kube ni so na ni nkomu no ebu na dua no nko ane si ho sei nti sa wokọ nzema ye wa na ye to electricity poles eme de stand ye yi di kofie ni ade no nzema afọ no bo nso om de dado abokube no na ye de light no de afa nko because kube no soro no ebu atofom ye nya leader bia obetimi ehunu mfaso a wo sa kube no enti eno na ye gina ba bia ye gina eti adwuma bia de enya den but say we benya action oriented leader no to lead no that is the problem. That is always the problem of Ghana. And no na ma ya ye gina ba bia ye gina because menjin leader says so bitimi friends ma na obase oba be ye dwo be pedma won kran aye na oda circle overhead na se menjin this that say obitimi free voter region na say ohwe voter region honorable Ken okọ ho na o kire niama ahabeyesei ose me the whole tourism ministry no me the voter region ofu se sebe ye ne fese me kukuru de akokeke no but he wants to do that for a reason and the reason ne say obi ntu kwan en free voter region emba kra wo bra on hye da ni bibi papa bi a oba be ye won kran on to quite and free voter region Accra because of also Accra there a hot there me qua e be a dachi bino a be ye ubenya jumani bia of voter region. O ye juma wo kromwa onda overpass ase. O ye juma wo kroma obeda dan a sebe ehho tie emu. Na ya say all yes ade no. Afobon sa voter region so no adan awodo a ewo ho no na esesa. Ede na be ma na sesa. Niema na sesa ne say ebia ne say me ka cho say me pese me ne mabusua tena voter region. Eti se manya adwuma wo na me ya obon se me sifie. Nti bia old apartment edan bia wo wanka aye dadadan moto bi no na makwa akwaje ho na afi masidan foforo ho. Nti obon se dan moto no ye bu ni nyina gu nkakra na ye sisi adan foforo na ye sesa ehote bia. Enye obi akeke ne betimi aye. Enne ya me no ka sei unim se November ya yewomi up to December katafo enkomo akanadi Agyapong edi no katafo ehum eti katafo ede $1.5 billion ede ba Ghana ha so omode ba bedofuo na onim ni omode ba beye omode ba no ma beje asase akese large scale farms na Kencity Agyapong ekano. That is what they are coming here to do. And kofoni ni asase ye yesuafu. Omo hu se nkofo bi wa asase a asase data da ho metimi dia ye afuo omu ntimi nye omu nim sa nyansa no etu omo ba ye afuo no wa ha na emfudie no omo to ni nyina de akọ na omo de kwa ube se katafo ACC processing factories omo bebe free ha de akọ na omo process aba beton e de amayen ya de bia ye betena ha na enipa wo mo pepa enipa wo mo sa ahotoso no ya omo betimi a transform ye man no ne yete ha na leader we crowd on she suit leader we crowd on she we ne ye sa ne ma ne sa ne de boss ankofo ne nyina tugu yenya ne ye say ye shebre anano before say Jesus Christ ebeba no na John no na adwuma padi no aye na nya asem ketuo na padi na ye antics ne niam bebre a echese padi ne hu nti ebitimi gina tentem no mbisa se enye nyankopon ba na wo ba na enye onu ani na John na nkasa na ba be ka kire mo se da bio enye mea na onu ankasa no eye den eba onu anso ba ye no ampa John na ye den obonesu nyame ba ne bre ne ho ase ema John ebonesu ono na okuta bibia na wode ba no obre ne ho ase ma ye bonesu Kencity Agyapong ehye your friend say la course because of person kofo timi e ben intentem Kencity Agyapong was certain kind of dressings bia or yes anya mani na said de be ya enipa be hunu say he is not different from them no matimi atwea ben no but these are the people ye pese ye de nan ye biansa bom to forma ne de nan asi omo so no omo da ho
conclude mama
but Kencity Agyapong is not that person ye betimi aye ne sa ne nyankopon de adua ne mu no I tell you say nyankopon ya adoma 2028 obeba na amufama minsi na lawyer kan say mi say amanfo na mabonten say baumia ene Kencity Agyapong ene omo supporters no entokwa kese pa do muntem enti omu ntimi nka party ni mom eti to mame na menya you see obi a won strategy unim say Lionel Messi so many years no share Chelsea Football Club no share go da and the reason was that Chelsea club nankasa no map a different strategy on the better Lionel Messi said the bear won't mean she go eti amanfo bobuga Kencity Agyapong yin skills bosulia any ade kono amanfo so na machiro mu bobuga ombeko so abo but it's too late for them because MPP delegates no they've made up their mind you see okona omu tuje osu ye no nche so ombeto ama omo say papa we ne kuta ne ayehia and so they've made up their minds already but eniese so omo ya ne say obi aba ye boje ne so na kakra na owo no ochema ye nyina ye nya bidie ba ya unim say Kencity Agyapong ko babia na bibi kakra obeka se munji we na monfanfa ka emfa nko no odema mu wi a o se obi kan ye ho awamba mo fa ne de nkoma no What you say? Musa say nipa no support us me say no support obenten. O say momfa ne de enkoma no. Madina ha ya enkofo bi ba ha ba be campaign. Bisa say eye obia na transportation no mcheche ma no obia na ye ma ne bia na. Ye bi no free because ye catch from pinpoint say mo de mo you belong to Canada Agyapong ti ye ma mo. So it tells you say Canada Agyapong and e betimi aka MPP party no abom Emma party na be formidable so that in 2028 party na be back to power.
But I say Franco Trading Enterprise for NIA adom na busuan for onipa ne ye ne kasa ne bibia oye agina ne kasa mu. Those days are not talking point or honora Ken ko kasa or so na mo be kaya video no abonten na can dream big, let's dream big. As I can't do let's dream big. Achew but all ben nyina ne new ye nyina ye dream big. And pay say won't be a wide range that maswa. The project ya why bia a bruni pane entiasia so. And yama way and I'm sure Segana ha a politician and as a businessman be cry be a yakesi.
San common on a time with David.
Yeah.
A hono could be San common.
Yeah.
Can't Samakesa. We should allow him.
I am telling you.
We should allow the man.
I'm telling you.
We should allow him. We shouldn't begin to judge him by the dress and snake. Said your enemy.
Dream big is about the dream.
Me see to no boy saying. Me top and down in a saying. I hear 1,000 Ghana. Back in the Japan, a lack of back on our channel. A bit tomato me see to be me, you know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. We shouldn't discourage the man. You best supporting in there. You best supporting a china amanaba.
As I saw man for you, I go home, Jim, no more, and my penino. A bit Ghana and him, Sabaya, Niama, a one night dream on which me a ja and son of Dachibi. Say, Uncle Pombe friend, our friend, Debbie, I make a cancer. Every minute, Hana can the surgery no coy. It was divine. So, her processes are a fair one. Only needing Comobia. No offense, a thinking. Or Jennifer Newman, or person will be home with three shimmy and person be a human with that crown. I'm a swan. I'm a Jenny Sans on Yanua. Adena Okoya operation on one him said it was divine because Obian was I did make me after with him for years. Now our Okoya operation are back. Now that's normal. Ambition in Yame would trim beyond. To me, I also only be cancer. Papa Nyankopon and natural may and ya may to me dinner chico pim time will be in a juma. It will be in who bet me a sin of quine. Now, I can't say I to a banner, and no man for no so bad boa massadi and my bem. Then I may appeal mass of one said, delegates in Yano, I saw them on Mati. Inti, I saw for no so boa, normally delegates in Casa. Went to me a fresh, why are you delegate to be Abrahasi?
When you so for back, wash I say.
Why are they?
Washa say.
Why are they?
Or say, or no, not sorry, not or sorry, or man, sorry for the bed, you sorry. A Benada Bia. Na Canada Japan buy no catch and say, you see, Benada, Nipan Wakoye Juma, Wabre, and was sans waba, sorry, a Benada. I said, Kebeyanka, Sesano. Ye won't pie board the Bucran and social brand on a process, Sesano. Sesana, money now, Sesana. Before say beboa manipa kwa no mkoye adwumanya sika meto ofan e no se wosesa no de call Friday night ono ananum ton di adanse se enne enipa eba empaibo no e wo Friday night no e times 10 of neana onyano Tuesday anopa so on
you're more than a prophet.
I'm telling you
bibia waka no wi asigan ha bia so abem
yes
bibia wode na waka bia abem ne aka. Yeah, was a BEM, never BEM, and it's over president.
And it's a MPP for delegate, no. Obia Kurianaba. MPP for Yanka Yahum say, Naba, a better man, your causes are to ago. Into Oka, and it's a MPP for Yabema Hawkine, a manaba. Ghana man for the Aya crowd. Yow, ya crowd. T. Sana was a corner.
Franco Trading Enterprise for NIA Adman pay one ton phone sending accessories. One war. Appliances, home appliances. I hold one yina. Open microwave, ubenya bi. Open washing machine, unsa ebe count there. Afe open air conditioner, unsa ebe kabi. Omo ewo tips. I hold one. Bo ewo fee. One the CCTV cameras and so aba. Franco shall say company kitwe. enam so mo di no krenti Ghana for nso aboa ama enyini ende wo se men kan kire say wo outlet na ye bebre main office no nso e wa dabraka wo ne rock cinema e na hwe animu wo se wo frɛ a ba bi a wo gina na betumi a director na wako wo ma so e bi e ben na wo nso akwakoto de wo pese oto wonom e wo bi nso e wo osu e ben Oxford Street wo e wo bi wo circle e ben Unauthorized Madina hands wo mo bi ani post office no e na e ben Madina post office ukọ hacho nso a on sabe come hacho main station ho Techiman mo amo e wo Techiman nso omo wo Techiman main street na so omo na GCB e na ehwe ani mu Franco outlet no do so Fred 0555939311 0555939311 Franco omo se phones papa fie kansa ye kwa ko wie
yeah
my enko wie
you in fact edikan meda nyame ase say na 11th November
yeah
my mommy birthday.
Wouldn't tell upon and come you say the way.
My mother is 90 years today. Na
Sabri or hell.
Yeah. Me den nyame ase pa.
Wabana.
There be on my. To say no on shedan yes but me so better track em.
Yeah.
E be wo so no che sa enti o fie. Enti me da ye ho ase.
I say America a group birthday say one na okofa no boko na aduna ba.
Aye, but say no nam Ghana who don't
Campaign no.
Any campaign no. And it say a person MPP saba power ntino. And we be high are suspending the kakra.
Okay.
Mommy na atiase. The Benny then say party number power. The Benny then say honorable Ken or Agyapong. Number 1 on the ballot. 31st January 2026. Honorable Ken Bepue. Or see me pue. And chopumpo ofa nipa o yini bakon kondo. Me pue. So bepue. Ama ye nyina yeni agi. Yo, in fact, I say SMID besides my mother's birthday and the joy and happiness in my heart, you know. And what honorable Ken Kosrana Danfo or La Paz area, he drove through La Paz. Now a man who said honorable Ken in the car no more. Where the Ajayasi and Tibrofunti. The trunk of people. Because a tronga. Boombo.
A domo
A buy. From a chichi ni bente, also for quening tree no. A chichi any benche. Rush on the Jobush highway, jumping over a Nema just to go and peep to see what manner of man is this. Ya okasa creativity. Ya okasa innovation. Ya okasa tourism. Ya okasa ohun skyscrapers. Ohun factory engines harming. Ohun say wa airport are turning into a cargo airport. Ya enema air call Europe within 5 hours. Ya okasa ohun say northern region a Greek ministry ewo ho ya manfo cover up and down, not in suit and tie but in a very simplified manner. Oko the Bill Gates Foundation omo campus omo ye niema kese but you don't see people wearing suit and tie. Honorable na manfo kanasem was a very simple man from the beginning of his life, from Asindompim to Enkrabontin so okuta pampai on number but why he is who he is. Okuta pampai na pampai so okuta pampai and fifre beto or tineme biase. Nemusa ko kwanso or what? Ewo Nigeria. Nemu ko kukum. And where say if you want to plot his life. Na manfo busa say identity of junior kese. If you want to plot his life, where the trajectory is about increment.
Okay.
Increment. Asindompim to Bantama. From Bantama to Asindompim. From Asindompim to Accra. oba Accra okuta pampan wanma pampan so ekọ kwan so ewo Nigeria. You see the movement ko Nigeria oko Nigeria wanya visa to Germany what's that play mu akọ Germany o see airport then so yenje the precision of the German precision esi wo ho opu otia form epunu bueme na pro glass door epue opue ye osmehu nkukuom obeko store mehye stock onammu osmeko America wadu America me pesa hu why here he is who he is odu America osmeto to pan o Zara bakery ofu Zara bakery osmeko golf no ye ton petrol e bronze obu petrol osmeye overtime oye overtime ofri ho no si once ambu petrol me ton ayi me to pan no e wo Zara no ene me wura for damwe me ko university e ene me employ me ho so me de mesie sika first time nkofo de dadan ba akumu nkofo no nyina betu akọ me de metra ho ansa na betu afri me dan we mu no ya me nkofo en rent it down together no na ma to me fie na wa to no fie o Commonwealth Street tienie Commonwealth Street in the Bronx until hwe o tracking na eye o hwe the trajectory na ekosoro e do obi e ka say the baton na me da ba negative no it's always going that way. No. You see what I'm saying? It's always going to the north. To say, almost you can say nose dive. Plane can say nose diver. Let's say cost out to say yeah. But also the kind of northern agenda. You don't worry. It's always going to the north. Was fine. Let me buy a medallion. Taxi. I did you find a medallion. Those days. Now it's around $50,000 medallion or third the first taxi or three no a second taxi no a high nipa. Now listen no a then no a high nipa no a second taxi no a high nipa
no a funny per juma
after no auto was now taxi. Let me push it, let me move away from Commonwealth, let me go to Co-op City, baby, or New York on the Highway 95 towards Connecticut. A gross affair, a prestigious area. Yeah, Jewish folks. Listen to this, Jewish folks. And I took Co-op City. No, I could talk a few. No, move into Co-op City. Now, me show the trajectory of improvement upon improvement. Upon improvement. After now, among the taxi now, or my man for Medumano. Now let me move into limousine. Fleet of limousines. Now Obia Ofrasin dumping. When Azuma Nelson went to US to fight, he met him. Was he poppy mommy? Baby Omotino, and your papa, you're too free. I can't. Azuma, grab this amount. Go! It's legal. Kotoka, my mistance.
Azuma, but if you have a confirm,
yeah, Kotoka, a diamond mistance here, and my mama Mary. Bye bye. His mama is Mary Bye-bye. The median name. After we move in. After the rest is history. The wonderful story of Obia, the wono na emoakra na ensu oria and or the time on them and ne obedu this level. The contribution to the party. There is no one single person delegates. Ya obetimi bold enough. Akasa maso adubwa henasene. Akasa me partner a borrow 3 million Ghana cedis then. At the Abua party ma, who had the fleet of cars, the contribution, and the worst case scenario. Sa catwalk in the sea will gone. Yes, 2012. After a party, I had to upon some said John say, and the talk no. For the sake of unity, I'm dwelling on this because of the word unity. I'm dwelling on this because of the word unifier. I'm dwelling on this because of the word me party. Was no, me mamum breaking, but I will sponsor the entire party. Munko Tamale Congress. Me Honorable Ken, I'll be happy. And yes, be a party the Munko no, but the relationship building when we din komo, we be kasa. Now to share TSC Central Region performing wonders. Mama Christie delivering the speeches. Honorable Ken. And so you can see the unity and the belief in divide and share, divide and share. Mama, pass this way. We faha, mimetiha, kwesi kwati namha, Albert Mbeba sinipen, we baba, Amofa is doing national agenda, kwesi mutucha pictures, ye ko we, ye say, we namha, ye diena ye no. All hands on deck. Now the money ye deck cry and say yaw. Ye play where money na we no. Affect memu from one makola, students are omo Ghana for us, say omo nye delegates so, etro omo support. They are the cheerleaders. Yeah, almost two don't say cheerleaders and go for basketball. Ladies, almost sana. Almost say no. Ghana is cheering us up. Yeah, well, listen to this before I land. Ghana is cheering us up. Ghana for a soon a TMU say Monfa number one bra. Monfa number one bra. Inti media mesrem ahobrasiemu. Time na yadruno honorable Ken Mbrena adruno. I was a Ghana fan into my pefra. I was a northern region, a industrialization. I was a voter region, a receivable tourism industry, the whole tourism ministry. Eastern region, Central region, all the regions.
Yeah, also honorable Ken.
1 minute.
Bisa won say na oni nipa hodo a omo ye namfofo mu free US ba Ghana but okohwehwe Azuma Nelson e de be ntia because onim say Azuma ekutedin eti onfani sika enyira. It tells you say udi na chi say wo ye nokwafo wan obi a wo ye nokwafo a wan hwe ya obedo ama mboadi
ya da mo ase ha ne redwuma die ne nyina simpani
Oseche sabos
say wo time okwadu a na wo ye America ora can the contribution to society, the contribution to the party, the contribution to my Ghana, the contribution to God nyankopon no ankasa wo bra oto no bo ase ne ma bi e koso asori mu no enkoyi. Let me step in. Ghana also yi maako hospitals oko judiciary e bra nsamba o said o original mu pani no deserve said baby aduro no yenso ye hye na monyam obi amfa ne honyim e bra no so a yento aba no fama na ne onyankopon de ama no so fa me so my Ghana no ontimi mfa me so production team ya na mo ase medin e de ya amfa bo chinyame ya aduma ho cha no pa e be hia background.
Ghana needs Kennedy, the hope for the youth. NPP delegates listen to the call for a leader who can stand up tall. Kennedy Agyapong, the man with a plan to uplift Ghana, hand in hand.
Suaba,